Good evening. Welcome to tonight's stream. I say tonight, welcome to this evening's stream. This stream will probably be split into two parts. First part will be happening right now until around 7:30, 7:45, that kind of time. Obviously Champions League. I shouldn't really be watching Champions League. I have no investment in the two teams. Two teams? Four teams that are playing tonight. But, you know, it's football. I like watching live football. So we'll get into that a little bit later. Let's fade us in to the actual content of tonight's stream. We are playing as Hatfield. I've made some changes to the team since last night. So if you're watching this live, then you'll know what I'm talking about. Particularly if you watched last night live as well. If you didn't, then I'll fill you in very quickly. We made a new squad. This squad. Here we go. This squad. You will recognise some names if you're a regular on my channel. If you've been watching since the very beginning, you will recognise pretty much all of the names, apart from the blue star players. Is it blue? I mean, it's supposed to be silver, but it looks more blue on this skin. And then, of course, we've got the golden trio at the bottom here: Parsons, Dinsmore, and Clifton. We haven't got any of the internationals, like I said before, but these are the players who formed the original Jeffreys United squad. That was my first ever proper long series on YouTube. That's a scary thought when I consider that, because it feels very recent that I made that series. But it's 5 years ago now. 5 years ago, it's a very long time ago. And I always get the chronology of my channel mixed up as to which series came first. You don't win anything with kids or Cities in Motion 2. And I think you don't win anything with kids actually predates Cities in Motion by a year or two. It's a long time. It's a lot longer than I thought. But yeah, this is the squad. So between yesterday and today, I went in and tweaked their stats a little bit more, so they are more in fitting now. You can see Clifton, Dinsmore, and Parsons, their star ratings, and then you look at the Wilson brothers, pretty much the same. The only real standout player, we got two actually. We got Cartwright and we've got Johnston. But, you know, every team has a standout player or two, so there's nothing unrealistic about that. So I think I've done a pretty good job there still. Besides that, what else have I done? Oh yes, I changed all their contracts. They were on full-time contracts, so I think Wilson is the only one who still is. So we might have some problems with this. But his wage is £1,000 a week. It was, all of them were like £500–600 a week. I changed all their contracts from full-time to non-contract, renegotiated without using the editor to do it fairly, and they've all signed up on non-contract terms, apart from Wilson, who's holding out for, I think he wants £1,400 per appearance, and I can't afford that. I think the most I can offer him is £1,200, maybe even less than that. And he's getting a bit arsey about it, but you know, we won't get too upset about that. We'll gloss over that for now. We've got loads of pre-season friendlies to play. I've played a couple, lost them all. This was the one where I thought, oh god, have I got a job in hand, because we lost 8-0 to Birmingham. But then, you know, we're in the level 10 of the football pyramid in England. Birmingham are in level 2. They might not be very good in level 2, but they're in level 2. We then lost 5-3 to Stockport and 4-3 to Thamesmead. I managed all of these games. I'm not going to manage the rest. Today, we start with, I'm going to be streaming, as I say, between now and 7:30. We're going to be looking at building a squad. I mean, we've technically got a squad, but I'd like backup, because we've got Jones is currently injured, and he's our only real left back. So I'm going to look at... I don't know what that was then. I'm going to look at getting another left back. It looks like our director of football is going to try and bring in another right back, which is good. Trial day. Yeah, we'll scout it. We won't attend it. We'll just keep an eye on them like that. If I go into this, bring in all the players on trial. We should have loads of players being scouted as well. So if I go in here, some of them are starting to be. A left back is the top of the list. So any kind of... I mean, I don't even know what these guys are in terms of stats. So it's really difficult to be able to decide who to sign and who not to. I'm going to take my time on it though. Because I don't want to bring in people that we shouldn't have. And I'm not going to do what I normally do, which is just bring in 6 million people on trial. Because then you end up with them all on your shortlist, and then you get news items about them, and it's very, very frustrating and very annoying and very spammy. Not ideal for a stream. I've also got staff, so I've got an assistant manager now, Gavin Britt. Pretty good guy actually, pretty good stats. Then got Luther Blissett. If you watch Soccer AM, or if you watched Soccer AM back in the day, you'll know who Luther Blissett is. He's my head of youth development. Alexander... is it Manninger as my goalkeeping coach. Again, pretty good stats for the level. And Andy Reid, the former player, he's my just first team coach. Medical team, I've got Isaac Cliff as my head physio. Again, got physio rating of 7, which is pretty good. And then I've got Sammy Alexander as my director of football. Ed Tuck as my chief scout. And Archie Bradley as my chief data analyst. I don't think many teams at this level have a chief data analyst. So I'm quite happy to have that. There's also the small issue of most teams at this level don't have director of football or a head of youth development or anything like that. So the fact that we have is something, you know, something to be proud of, something to brag about, should we say? Do I need to worry about bringing in midfielders? I mean, this guy's good. He's rated up right up there with McConnor and McGregor, but I don't want Douglas Pringle to end up missing out, and I don't want Thompson to end up missing out. We'll keep him on trial for now, and we'll see. We'll see. Right, are we playing in this one? I don't think we are. I think we're playing later in the day. Oh, there we go. We lost 4-0 to Blackpool. I didn't see us on there then. I still need to get the kit in. I haven't worked on that yet. I'll probably be doing that end of this week, over the weekend, ready for next week's stream. This stream thing will become a weekly series, and then, you know, I think there's a good chance. So I'll stream. I don't know what day of the week I'll stream yet. It depends on my schedule. And then I cut that stream up into 5 roughly even length sections, and then upload them every day throughout the week. At I think 7 PM will be the time that I've scheduled it in for. It certainly looks to be that on my whiteboard that I've got. Maybe not actually. I'll have to change that. 7 PM it should be, because all my other series go up at 6 and 8. What's today? Wednesday. I think I was supposed to have uploaded a Minecraft video by now. Oh well. I can wait till next week. Is that Anton Ferdinand? Aaron Ferdinand. I was going to say. Is he? Did I say striker? Why is he playing right back then if he's a striker? What? I don't get that. Anyone else think the music's really loud? Or is it just me? Might just be me. Oh, we won! Wilson and McConnor. Oh, that's something to remember actually. Keith Wilson scored the first goal of this new save. So that's something to remember. Go down in history for that. Oh, they're dropping like flies. The number of injuries. Jones is probably the worst one, I think. He's out for between 9 days and 4 weeks with a calf strain. That's quite a window. Clifton's out for between 3 to 6 weeks, but we have got cover for him. And then Dinsmore 11 days to 3 weeks. Wesley is one of our youth players. Back to training tomorrow. Okay. Could be worse. Could be a lot worse. So I'm going to try and bomb through this pre-season as quickly as possible. We're mostly playing friendlies to try and get our finances up, because we're paying our players quite a lot, and we'll struggle to see through the season if we don't get lots of money at the start. And I might be arranging friendlies consistently throughout the season to try and keep the money ticking over. Alright, we should get people joining us tonight as well, because we won't be streaming at 1 AM like we were yesterday. It's a more sociable hour, although it is a weekday, so, you know, people have commitments, obviously. Who have we got today, then? Are we even on this list? It's the problem with Hatfield's logo. I like it, but it's very difficult to pick out amongst all the rest. I've probably scrolled past it already. Oh, this is a long list. I'm not going to scroll down all that. I just suddenly looked at how long the bar was. We're playing Cressing United as well, so we're right down the bottom. 0-0. Oh, that's not good. To put in context how I've fiddled with the players' stats now. Johnston, who has our highest star rating, his potential should be about right to play in the National League North-South, which is 2 leagues below the Football League. Which I think, if we can keep hold of all of this squad for that duration, chances are their potential might improve anyway, which would be good. But also, that's also pretty good. The fact that we can keep hold of them for that long and they still be a good enough rating to play. Johnston I can see going quite a long way with us if his selfishness and his lack of loyalty doesn't get in the way. That's the big issue there, I would say. You're not the Mickey Adams that used to... You are? I want to bring you in. Under 18s manager. Go for it. That'd be a very good person to bring in. We're going to go for the biggest size pitch possible. 120 meters by 90 meters, which is like 170 yards, I think. By 120 yards. I don't know. I normally add about between 30 and 60 to each one to make it in yards. I know that's not the conversion. A yard is 90% of a meter. That's what I do know. Alright, assistant manager. All of these names are familiar. That's how long I've been playing this game for. I think Lynch. Oh, he used to be the better candidate. 777 is pretty good. 865. 976. What were you again? 874. I think it's going to be this guy, Haley. Under 18's assistant manager. Might as well give him 60 a week. We can afford it. Alright, who didn't get the under 18's manager job? Because you'll probably be getting this one. 1010 675. You're much lower. You're much lower. Looks like it's going to be you then. There we go, nice and simple. And then fitness coach. I don't think we actually can have a fitness coach now, but we'll where's fitness? There. Oh, they're all pretty low anyway. We'll continue that one, just in case. I might have a word with the board like a month down the line and just say, hey, do you mind if we get some fitness coaches in, or just more coaches? Alright, what have we got now? Davis wanted by Peterborough Sports. Okay. Well, it's up to him whether he wants to work for us or work for them. Trials finish. These guys are more suited to under 23s. Fine. We'll do that. Thompson could become better than Johnston. Interesting. Dinsmore could become better than Clifton. And Vernon could become better than Cartwright. Really? Oh wow, your potential is actually incredibly good. Are you in the senior squad? I'm moving you back into the senior squad. Couldn't agree terms. I mean, I didn't offer him terms, to be fair. But he certainly couldn't agree on them, because I didn't offer him any. Right, I need left backs. Show me the left backs. I'm going to get a load of them. Probably down to about here. And we're going to assign scout. There we go. The one that does spring to mind here is Chris Caruthers. He's someone who... I think I've told this story many times before, but FIFA 2004 was my golden age of FIFA playing. And I was playing it as Northampton Town. And, I mean, this was a Northampton Town team that had players like Caruthers playing in it. I signed a player called Yemi Odebaid, or Yemi Odebade, I think is how you actually say his name, but back then to me it was Odebaid. And I think he scored like 50 goals a season for me. I even signed a centre-back called Andrea Coda, who I also played up front, because I, for some reason, liked the idea of playing a centre-back up front. And he scored like 40 goals a season for me. I think I had the game mode on really, really easy. But there you go. I scored a few from the halfway line as well, because, you know, that's what you're supposed to do, isn't it? I learnt there was a glitch in the game where if the keeper kicked it long to one of your players on the wing, and you just volleyed it back, it would always go in. It was a really cool glitch. Try it out. See if it still works. I mean, they couldn't really patch things back then. So I assume it would still work. We're going to sign Caruthers, mainly as a nostalgia thing. I mean, this whole series is built on nostalgia. Alright, Mickey Adams is our under-18s manager. Awesome. Recommend a signing from Harborough. Did we play Hartlepool? Did I miss that? Oh yeah, we lost 5-2. Who scored for us? Kelly and Herod. Oh wow. Not even first team players. Good to know. I have got a friendly here against a team from France. I'm assuming that they were on tour. I mean, they offered it to me, and they weren't asking for a fee, so I thought, hey, I'll go for it. We currently have no scouts. Okie dokie. 5-6, 8-7, 9-5. I like 8-7. We'll do that. Under 18s coach. Moxon looks like the favourite. Yep, I'm going to give it to Moxon. Physio 6, 6, 5. Give it to Faulkner. Why not? There we go. How good's this guy? Alright, Haley, he's agreed to be assistant manager. Cool. Diallo's agreed to join on trial. Good, good. Oh, he's good. He's actually rated better than Grant. Do I want to bring him in then? He was at Forest. Never played for them. I'm wondering if the reputation of the club has been slightly inflated by the type of players we've got. Therefore, we're able to sign a better quality player. Like, how much would you ask for? I think we will sign him, and we'll put him on the bench. These aren't unrealistic numbers, by the way. They're pretty realistic for this level. If you're at the right club with the right money, you can attract that sort of player. Just realised I forgot to change the name of the stream. There we go. And update. Right, so if you refresh the stream now, you should see the right name. No information there. We're trying to sign Diallo, but I'm not going to answer that question because it's none of their business. Okay, Edda. Is it Edda? Eddie? Wherever you come from. You are English. Port Vale. Okay. See, he's good as well, but I want to give my guys a chance. We rate the same as McGregor and McConnor. I want to give my guys a chance, and then below that, I want to give the Academy or under 18s kids a chance as well to actually come in and do a job. I don't want to do like I did with Majeffries United and just have loads of really good players dominating the league each season, because it was fun at the time, but it's not really my style anymore.